Get cozy, my loves, because Maya's about to spill more than just Darcy's suitcase contents. Nothing says, "Welcome to the lodge," quite like accidentally discovering your new friend's secret stash. Sometimes the best conversations happen when the bags come unpacked. Chapter 4. Unpacking.
Welcome to Cedar Cabin.
Maya announced, fumbling with the old brass key.
The lock sticks sometimes. You have to sweet-talk it.
She demonstrated with a combination of jiggling and muttered endearments until the door swung open with a dramatic creak. Warm air rushed out, carrying the scent of pine and wood smoke. Darcy's boots clicked against hardwood floors as she followed Maya inside, taking in the cozy space. A stone fireplace dominated one wall, already lit and crackling. Through the windows, snow-laden branches framed a view of the frozen lake below. Pablo voiced his approval by immediately squirming free of his carrier and claiming the window seat as his new throne.
Traitor,
Darcy muttered.
10 hours in the car and now you're acting like you own the place?
Cats,
Maya laughed, helping Darcy haul in her bags.
they're all secret real estate moguls. Now let's get you unpacked before dinner. The dining room serves at 7, and Chef Marcus takes punctuality very seriously.
They fell into an easy rhythm, Maya hanging clothes while Darcy arranged her art supplies on the desk beside the window. The conversation flowed naturally, punctuated by the sound of Pablo investigating every corner of his new domain.
So,
Maya said, reaching into another bag.
tell me about,
She pulled out something that definitely wasn't art supplies, her eyes widening with delight.
well, hello there.
Darcy spun around, horror dawning as she recognized the discreet black case in Maya's hands.
That's,
Your battery-operated boyfriend?
Maya grinned, setting it aside with casual grace.
Don't worry, honey, mine's bigger and louder. The walls here are pretty thick, thank God.
A startled laugh escaped Darcy's throat.
I can't believe I just met you and we're already comparing equipment.
Please, I've read your comics. That scene where dating disaster girl accidentally shows her toy collection during a video call with her mother? Iconic.
Maya continued unpacking as if they were discussing the weather.
Speaking of disasters, did you see our brooding host's biceps when he was wrestling that Christmas tree branch? I think even the straight guys were swooning.
I thought you said he was... What was it? Captain Brooding?
Oh, he absolutely is. But have you seen him in that flannel? A girl can appreciate the view while questioning his emotional availability.
Maya wiggled her eyebrows.
Though I noticed you noticing more than his biceps. Your artist's eye was definitely studying his composition.
Professional interest.
Darcy protested, busying herself with arranging pens.
He'd make an interesting character study.
Mm-hmm. And those soulful eyes and that jaw that could cut glass are just bonus research materials?
By the time they'd finished unpacking, the sun had dipped behind the mountains, casting long shadows across the snow. Maya linked her arm through Darcy's as they crunched their way back to the main lodge, trading stories about their worst dates. The dining room buzzed with conversation, other artists gathering around heavy wooden tables. Maya steered them toward a corner spot with a good view of the room.
Best seat for people watching,
She explained with a wink. Over plates of surprisingly sophisticated comfort food, Maya filled Darcy in on the lodge's regulars.
That's Edward by the fireplace. He does these incredible metal sculptures. And Sarah near the window? Her pottery's been featured in galleries across Canada. We're like a little family, really. A weird, artistically dysfunctional family.
And Callum?
Takes care of everyone but himself.
Maya twirled pasta thoughtfully.
You know that photo wall by reception? He only puts up pictures of other people's happiness. Never his own. Though God knows Rose tries to make him participate in things. She's basically adopted him at this point.
Darcy found her gaze drawn to the empty table in the corner, a laptop and stack of papers its only occupants.
Does he ever eat with everyone else?
Usually grabs something late, after everyone's gone. Like I said, brooding.
Maya's expression softened.
Though sometimes when he thinks no one's looking, you catch these moments where he... I don't know. Looks at all this like he can't quite believe it's his. Like he's afraid it might disappear if he blinks.
Maya glanced at Darcy's empty plate.
Want to grab dessert? Chef Marcus makes these chocolate lava cakes that'll make you forget all about dating disasters.
Rain check?
Darcy stifled a yawn.
10 hours of driving is catching up with me, and I should probably check on Pablo.
And work on your comic.
Maya's eyes twinkled.
Don't think I didn't notice you sneaking sketches during dinner.
Professional hazard. Everything's potential content.
but Darcy felt her cheeks warm, remembering the quick studies she'd done of hands wrapped around coffee mugs, of shadows cast by the dining room's antler chandeliers, of a certain flannel-clad figure glimpsed through the kitchen doorway. They gathered their dishes and Maya walked her to the dining room entrance.
Breakfast starts at 7. I'll save you a seat. And don't think you're getting out of telling me the real story behind Professor Literature.
The night air bit at Darcy's cheeks as she followed the path back to her cabin, her phone's flashlight catching sparkles in the fresh snow. The woods seemed closer in the darkness, branches creaking in the wind. But warm lights glowed in cabin windows around her, and somewhere an owl called softly, turning the winter night magical instead of menacing. Her key stuck in the lock, and she remembered Maya's advice about sweet talk.
Come on, darling.
She coaxed, feeling only slightly ridiculous.
It's freezing out here.
The door yielded with a satisfying click. Pablo greeted her with an imperious meow from his window seat throne, clearly expecting praise for guarding the cabin in her absence.
Yes, you're very impressive.
She told him, scratching under his chin. The fireplace had burned low, casting the cabin in gentle shadows. She added another log, watching the flames catch and grow. Her tablet sat on the desk where she'd left it, blank screen reflecting the firelight. She settled into the chair, Pablo immediately claiming her lap as his new favorite spot. Her stylus hovered over the screen as she opened a fresh canvas. She should work on her comic. Her publisher was expecting the next installment, and her readers were getting restless. But her hands had other ideas. The firelight had cast such interesting shadows in the dining room, highlighting faces and hands, telling stories in light and dark. Her stylus began to move, capturing the way the flames had painted portraits of the artists lost in conversation, the way they'd caught on camera straps and flannel shirts, the way they'd revealed brief, unguarded moments when someone thought no one was watching.